What's the general dummy operation? well. Oh, dog. Well, hand me that guitar. Hand me that guitar, dog. Let's get this show on the road. Here's one you'll know.
Hello, everybody. It's nice to see you. It's me, Scoutmaster Demi, although I'm not wearing my Scoutmaster outfit. I've had such a busy freaking day. Running back, sprinting to try and get back on time, obviously a little bit late. But nice to see you guys. Hope we're all doing well. Yeah, we got Lego Log up in here. Lego Log, you might be interested in this game. Maybe. I don't know. This game is really cool. This is, I've been really digging what we've been seeing so far in the game. Yep, sprinting. Can you tell I'm just sweaty? I tried to, like, wash my head off and eat a little bite to eat. It was a lot. Just like yesterday, it was a lot. Shingo, nice to see you. Hope, nice to see you. Cabo, Sleazy, thank you for the resub. It's great to have you guys back. For real. Great to have you guys. So, give me just a quick second here, because I have a few things I want to say. A few things I want to say for sure. So, so this game has been really cool so far. We're not even done with Trial 1 of The Great Ace Attorney, and I already feel like there's a groundedness and a realism that's a little different from your typical Ace Attorney experience. I love that the London components are clearly, like, you know, based off the Great Ace Attorney, the Ace Attorney Layton crossover. I think that's really good world building to consider London kind of cohesive with the Layton style. I hope that kind of theme continues. I think it's really interesting and cool. And yeah, as far as like seriousness goes, I feel like this is probably one of the more serious trial ones in the game in terms of like setting the tone and really showing us like who Ryunosuke is as a lawyer. So I've been having a great time. I've been really, really enjoying it. Oh no, was the sparkling water given by an English woman? No, but I should be really careful because I think there's a very good chance to be poisoned. So gang, if you missed it, here's the deal. We are a fledgling lawyer in Japan. And when I say fledgling, I mean like the profession in this era is basically brand new, right? This is like early 1900s. We are a second year university students. And unfortunately, we are caught in the middle of some very awkward political drama because an Englishman, a professor Englishman was killed in Japan. Japan recently signed a treaty with London, who's clearly a great superpower. It's clear that Japan is more, there's more, what's the word? They defer to them more, you know, they bow down and keel a bit more to London. So they're very concerned about how this, you know, the case of this London woman or this Londoner getting killed, you know, may impact their relationship. And it seemed to me that our main character, Ryunosuke, was more of a scapegoat, more of a political pawn in terms of, look, a sacrificial lamb, let's get him out of here. You know, the police department was trying to cover up the existence of this English woman, but we are in it, okay? And props to the judge. I had kind of expected the judge to be more on the side of the police in terms of, you know, let's really bow down to diplomacy and democracy. But no, the judge, to his credit, is really like, we are going to make sure the truth is a real thing. And there's been a lot of cool ideologies going back and forth. So let's see what happens with this crazy woman. Yeah, submissive is a good word too. Definitely submissive. I was thinking like deferment, which like they defer to them, which I kind of makes sense, but kind of not. I don't think that fully works, but kind of. Nachito, nice to see you, Nachito. You should really. You have essentially the kind of shirt you're wearing right now. Are you serious, Shingo? This is like my Target classic. I love Target brand clothing. If I can keep it real with you guys, I love Target brand clothing. I feel like they're a great price and they're a decent style, which is, you know, what more can you ask for? I also enjoy thrifting for sure, though it's been a minute since I've picked up any thrifty stuff. Nachito, you definitely gotta check out Gen 5, dude. Gen 5 is awesome. Gen 5 is awesome. And no, this is not sparkling water, but imagine if an English woman gave it to me. Oh boy. All right, I guess continue or load. I don't know which one's better. They're kind of the same thing, I think. That's right, Judicial Senpai. Yes, absolutely. Wait, is this not right? Okay, hold up. No, this is not right. Let's go back to the title. Wait, what? No. This is not right. Perfect going to work and feeling comfy. Exactly! That's exactly what they are, yes. Perfect for feeling comfy and go to work. 1000%. Yes, I guess continue is what I should have done. There we go. That's exactly what it is. November 22nd. Well, I understand you are the judicial assistant to the defense, but why this sudden ingress into my courtroom? Ha! A judicial assistant and a woman, no less. Ooh, are we sexist? Are we sexist? The rules state that females are not permitted into the court of law other than to testify. Oh, we're sexist. Yes, I fully understand. I ask only for 5 minutes of time. I have some vital evidence that I must hand over to the defense. Ha! You're too late, little girl. The trial's already been concluded. Nachito, it's been great. 5 minutes. I will not allow a moment more. But, Your Excellency... I am most grateful. What a proper... I love this, like, demure, restrained style. This feels very Japanese. Who exactly are you? I'm sorry, there's no time. Please, simply accept this for now. What is it? A report about something, written in English? It's Giselle Brett's research. The Englishwoman's. After the trial resumed earlier, I hurried back to the university. I went to Dr. Wilson's laboratory in the medical faculty and borrowed this paper. Oh yes, that's right. Miss Brett was studying under the professor, wasn't she? So, does this research, whatever it is, have something to do with the case? I'm afraid I don't know. I haven't been able to listen to the proceedings of the trial myself. Oh, no, of course not. Special characteristics of Carrere and its effects on human subjects. Interesting. Carrere? What's that? Never heard of that. Cure rare? Oh, it's cure, like it's a rare cure. Okay, that makes sense. Time's up. The prosecution demands the immediate removal of this female trespasser from the courtroom. There was too little time for me to read it in detail, but I've summarized what I could on a note just inside the cover. If you think it would be valuable, please cast your eye over it. This is wonderful, thank you. Giselle's research report's been entered to the court record. Cure is real? Goodbye then, and good luck. I love her. I love her. You've had long enough, Counsel. We cannot detain our English guest any longer. I ask the prosecution and the defense now one last time. Does either side have any further evidence to present to the court? I presume not, but... The prosecution has made its case convincingly clear enough already. Nothing more to add, Your Excellency. Also, does anyone know what the character on Ouchie's fan means? It's a real poison. Oh, wow. Interesting. Yeah, I would love to play Earthbound tonight. I don't know if it will. Depends on case one, really, but... This really is our very last chance. Yes, I know. Wait! That was a real slam! That was a real slam! Our boy's leveling up! That look. The unyielding stare of a true Japanese warrior. Well, Miss Brett? Yes, Your Excellency. Are you sure? I feel like I've been trying to pay attention. I don't think he's had a real... Has he had a real slam? Are we positive? Because I feel like that was the first one. Our friend Kazuma's done a lot. So it's hard to... It's easy to... Oh, it means guilty. Okay. It's not so very long until tea time. Forgive me, Miss Brett. It seems I wasn't clear. I realize it was phrased as a question. However, I must ask you to treat this as an order. I've said it many times before, but the Japanese language makes no sense. My apologies, dear lady. So, counsel, what is this new evidence that demands the court's attention?
Yes!
Yeah, this judge is really cool. We understand you were studying under Dr. Wilson at Yume University doing research. Research by sheer coincidence, perhaps, into a deadly poison. What? Poison? Where are you going with this, counsel? A toxin known as Carrere, Your Excellency. Pizza roll came in time! Even the slightest amount of this deadly poison entering the body leads to instant death. Oh, interesting! So that means the detective has not ingested this. If the slightest amount leads to instant death, but I wonder what his deal is.
Objection!
What complete and utter nonsense! It's Diet Coke. Carrere, you say? I've never even heard of it! You wouldn't have done? Does that make sense? Is this a typo? You wouldn't have done? What do you mean? I mean that you wouldn't have heard of Carrere before for one very simple reason. It doesn't exist in our country. It doesn't exist. Correct, which means no matter what test the police can do for its toxins, they'd never identify Carrere. Why? Because there is no test available that can identify the presence of this highly deadly poison. What? Order! Order! Counsel, does this deadly poison truly exist? According to the report authored by the visiting research, Carrere has long been used by the tribespeople of South America. Okay, Cabell just said that. This is real. Gang, I don't think I've ever heard so many real locations been dropped in an Ace Attorney game. South America has a poison to lace their arrows. It seems reasonably well enough known among the European doctors and scientists. To lace their arrows? The report states it is produced from the extract of a tree that grows deep in the Amazonian jungle. And it was first brought back to Europe at the turn of the century by explorers. It claims that animals shot by arrows laced with Carrere suffer instant death. Doesn't that about sum it up, Miss Brett? Trumpery! These aspersions are utter trumpery! To start with, if the victim had been administered some of the so-called deadly poison, he would have been squirming and writhing in pain the other diners would have noticed. That's true. What do you say to that, Inspector? Obviously, I would have noticed a disturbance like that. I don't remember anything like that either. I didn't notice the professor being in any kind of pain. According to this, however, it's the other way around. What do you mean, the other way around? The very fact that the victim didn't show any visible signs of distress is evidence that Curer was used. Explain yourself, counsel. The moment this toxin enters a person's system, it causes instant paralysis. Yep, cowbell, man. In other words, afflicted victims lose all strength and are completely unable to move. Even if they were in total agony, there would be no visible signs of pain at all. How terrible. Obviously, if a man lost all his strength in his muscles, he'd collapse on the floor. But the effects could go largely unnoticed with a chair under him. But I don't follow, Kazuma. That's just paralysis. I thought the poison caused instant death. The full explanation is extremely unpleasant. It causes immediate paralysis, leaving the victim unable to move. But after a short time, the paralysis is so severe, it causes the muscles that control respiration to fail. Respiration? In other words, the actual cause of death is suffocation. All the while, the victim is unconscious and aware. Oh, is conscious and aware, just unable to move. Whoa, that's hideous. So he could have been burned and not been able to scream. Our professor could have been burned while technically alive and unable to scream. Wow. For the victim himself, his final moments would be a living hell. That is the true nature of this deadly Curer poison. And you're suggesting that this bottle, counsel, actually contains this terrifying poison.
Objection!
This is all very convenient, isn't it? I kind of agree with Ouchie. I would be kind of annoyed. I would be like, this is very convenient. What a happy tale for the defense. Ahem, if I may. All these facts? You think you're so clever, but you must be taught It is you who must be taught. Ah, of course. My dear lady. So, this is how you Japanese behave, is it? What? You steal another's honest hard work and then announce the results as if you discovered them. I'm appalled. What a loathsome act. Well, Miss Brett, the feeling is mutual. Whatever do you mean? Capitalizing on the unfortunate circumstances of an innocent man to frame him for a heinous crime? That really is a loathsome act. Wouldn't you agree?
Objection!
Enough of this! I, for one, refuse to accept it! The idea of some poison that doesn't even exist in the great empire of Japan is breaking the rules! Ha ha ha! What's so funny? Oh, excuse me. Your Excellency. Yes, Miss Brett. May I borrow that bottle for a moment, please? Well, yes, I don't see, why not? This feels very suspicious. Don't get too big for your boots, you insignificant little island boys. Sorry.
To an Englishwoman such as myself, this whole affair is a farcical comedy. Your little police games and these foolish courtroom antics, it's laughable, really. But I'm getting bored of it all now. It's time for the games to end. Cheers!
Wait! What are you doing?
No sparkle left at all. How appropriate for this shabby affair.
Wow, that was a baller move. Okay, I feel like the poison must expire after 3 days. But that's honestly... That's pretty badass. Also, she consumed the evidence, so it's now we can't actually test it.
Goodness. Whatever is the matter? You all look quite stunned.
So, no cure. The bottle was clean. Is that what you're saying?
Ha 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 ha! You look quite incredulous, little boy, but of course, that's the simple truth. Thank you for presenting the findings of my research so concisely here in this grand venue. Most kind. Thank you, waiter. Now then, Your Excellency.
Yes, Miss Brett?
I should like to be excused now, please. I think I've given more than enough of my time for the furtherance of friendship between our countries.
Yes, dear lady. We are most gratified with the assistance you've given. This doesn't make sense. There had to have been poison in that bottle. So how? How did she swallow a whole glass and live to tell a tale? I don't understand it.
Well, I suppose if nothing else, this little Far Eastern charade will make for an interesting conversation at the next party I attend in London.
There has to have been poison in that bottle. Doesn't there? But there can't have been, because otherwise she would have been keeled over dead. Poison in the glass! It was poison in the wine glass, not in the bottle! It was in the... Okay, right? I just nailed it, didn't I? There is no poison in the bottle! Why, Ryunosuke? Isn't it obvious? If there was poison in there, she'd be dead by now. Sometimes your unadulterated naivety really astounds me. But sometimes it's in need of a good staining. Until it's as dark as your uniform in the ways of the world. Oh, is that what this color is supposed to represent? Oh. Okay, then maybe not then. Yikes. Okay. The culprit did put Kirare poison in the carbonated water. The defense refuses to change its position. You're serious?
Objection!
Fool, are you blind? There's no possible way it could contain it. We just saw...
Miss Brett drinking the water from it?
That's right, which is rather complicating your argument, I think.
And I believe that complication can be explained.
How exactly?
I need to think through all the things that don't quite add up here, one by one. I'm sure the answer's in the evidence we have in the court record somewhere. It has to be. Very well. If the defense truly intends to assert this claim, then I must ask you to support the assertion with evidence. What explains how the witness was able to consume this? Is it her glass bottle, I wonder? Okay, I guess not. Okay, I guess it must be the table then. No! Yeah, I think it's clear that this is the latest in the Ace Attorney games, you know? It's clear this is the latest in the Ace Attorney games, just in terms of, like, going all out with every aspect of the presentation. Title cards and whatnot. That was my thought, Hope, that she took it, but... Let's try this. Uh-oh. Okay, I should stop guessing. I have to stop guessing. Hey, Retro! I have to stop guessing. Maybe it's the poison itself, let's see. Poison made from the bark. Instant paralysis, even in minute doses. Occur when the poison enters through a wound! Oh, only when entered through a wound. It has to enter the bloodstream. Oh! That's what I get for not reading the court record. Yes! The answer to this riddle is right here in Miss Brett's own research report.
Objection!
That's not a valid explanation.
No?
After all, we don't speak English. It's utter gibberish. This impudent young scoundrel is trying to ridicule the court, Your Excellency.
I'm not trying to ridicule anyone. Honest, I'm just reading Suzato-san's notes. I concur. Support is too extensive to be considered in its entirety. You will direct us to the pertinent section, Counsel. Which section reveals the alleged answer to the riddle? We've been hearing a lot about this Curer poison. And it's left me curious about something. Oh, Counsel? Well, it sounds as though indigenous hunters have been using this poison for years and years to lace the heads of arrows they shoot at whatever prey they're hunting. So we've been led to believe, yes. And the point of hunting is to catch prey to eat. Oh, good point! Wait! I didn't even think about that, Ryunosuke. That's a really good point.
Get to the point, please.
But if they were to use these laced arrows, doesn't that mean there would be traces of poison left in the prey the hunters were going to eat? Yes, good point! So surely the hunters wouldn't want to eat their prey, would they? Because then they'd be eating poison. Good gracious, Counsel! That would be madness! But I actually found the answer to that conundrum in this research paper here. Under special characteristic, it says, the poison starts to work after entering the body through a wound. Through a wound, you say? I see, that makes sense. Yes, the mention of that particular detail seemed a little strange to me, though. But it all makes sense when you interpret what's written like this. When Curer enters the body through an open wound, it has terrifying poisonous effects. However, when it enters the body via the mouth, it has no poisonous effects whatsoever. What? Miss Brett! You authored this research, you knew Curer's special characteristics. And you knew that you could make a spectacle out of drinking that water without any danger to yourself. You meddling little rapscallion! That's a real goose! You're an even better lawyer than I thought you'd be. Really? Me? A lawyer?
Objection!
Oh, this poison talk is fascinating, but I fail to see how it could possibly... So, the ill-bred little puppy has a new toy to play with. Some facts he read in a book. But I'm afraid knowledge doesn't suit you, little boy. It only makes you look silly.
What are you trying to say?
Your schoolboyish logic has a fatal flaw. Schoolboyish? Flaw? As even your brain has managed to deduce, Curare is safe to ingest. It seems likely its effects are neutralized by the acidic nature of such gastric succus. Oh, yes, well, of course. Gastric suckers? What are they? So if this lethal poison is completely harmless when drunk, the professor wouldn't have died when he swallowed it, would he? That's right. Good gracious! That's basic science, science that even a schoolboy should be able to understand, no? Well, considering he has a wound, we've seen the wound, which is why the wound was necessary, I suppose. If the lady and the professor drank the same poison, they'd be affected in the same way. Are you trying to suggest? Yes, this cure of poison's completely irrelevant. That's right. Surely even a little cockroach like you could understand something as simple as that. Whoa. What is this? Welling up inside me. I've never felt like this before. It's a sort of conviction to break down all the discrepancies. So intense, almost rage-like. And more than anything else, it's an animalistic desire to take down my prey! What a cool line!
Objection!
Was that his first objection? I don't think so, Ms. Giselle Brett. How dare you use that tone with me? You know very well there's no fatal flaw here. You know exactly why, even though both you and the victim swallowed the same poison. You are alive, but Dr. Wilson is dead. Counsel, I'm sure I don't need to remind you. You must provide compelling evidence. As we know, this poison's completely harmless when ingested. Why would Dr. Wilson alone have been killed by the Curare? Because he had a wound.
Take that!
Oh! Wait. This is actually Hope kind of nailed it earlier. It's because of his missing teeth. His missing tooth. It's because of his missing tooth. Which is actually crazy.
Take that!
Wait, he said take that. He didn't say hi. He didn't say yes. She drank the same water as the professor. Look at this man. This man is being a real lawyer. This man is being a real lawyer. A fatal difference. The effects of Curare are only felt when the poison enters the body through an open wound. So for a healthy person with no injuries, it's completely harmless. What if there was a wound inside the mouth of the person drinking the poison water? I did not consider that. Inside? If you had just been to the dentist and had a tooth extracted. Miss Brett, you've acknowledged many times in your testimony already that you were well aware of Dr. Wilson's dental appointment that day. So that's it. You use that knowledge to orchestrate this. Is she? She's not done? This woman is not done? I don't like to repeat myself, but honestly, I can't resist. These childish courtroom games and your half-baked arguments are also puerile. Cavill, I was thinking that it was like perspective that she held it out further, but yeah, it's funny. That was my thought. Don't worry, little schoolboy. You'll find out soon enough. What is she doing? You see, when you leave vital evidence lying around, you never know what might happen to it. No! I mean, it could just slip. Don't you dare! Don't you! How careless of me. I'm afraid some crucial evidence may have just been tragically destroyed. No! What just happened? It's the Englishwoman. She just smashed that bottle. And in the Supreme Court. Officer, what are you waiting for? Collect up as much of that water as possible at once. You're wasting your time. This delightful carpet under my feet was a gift from the British Empire. I assure you, it will soak up the water beautifully. You have neither the technology nor the presence of mind to recover it. How could you? You won't get away with this! You can't thump the bench and shout as much as you like, little boy. But I'm afraid we'll never know now, will we? If there really was poison in the bottle, or not. You. And let us not forget, we still have some very compelling evidence left intact. Isn't that right, counsel for the prosecution? Oh, of course, you're referring to the photographic print. That's right. And really, looking at this photograph, it's as clear as day, isn't it? The poor professor was sitting with his back to me. So, of course, the only person who could have shot him from the front is the little schoolboy.
Objection!
No! You killed the victim that day using Curer. And then, in order to frame Ryunosuke Naruhodo for the crime, you waited until he picked up the pistol you'd arranged for him. Before you shot the professor's dead body in the chest with your own hidden gun. And then, in the confusion that followed, all you had to do was turn the dead professor in his chair around. You had every opportunity to commit the crime. What a wonderful imagination you have, young man. Sorry, give me a quick second here. A hidden gun, you say, and I shot the professor's dead body, did I? Well, I'm terribly sorry, but you don't have a shred of evidence. Exactly. And as you have nothing to support your wild claims, the prosecution's stance remains unchanged. Dr. John H. Wilson was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Delivered in cold blood by the accused Ryunosuke Naruhodo. This is unbelievable. How can this be happening? We had her. But now, is she really gonna get away with it? The way she destroyed that evidence was obscene. Ryunosuke! Yes, we've come this far, but now you're the only one who can finish it. What? What do you mean? We've lost a vital piece of evidence, it's true. So if there's any clues left for us to use now, they must be in your head. In my head? You told me before your powers of observation were the one thing you could depend on. Well, yes, that's true, but I didn't manage to notice this woman was a foreigner with a swan on her head. Think back. Try to remember every last detail about the scene that day. Everything you saw, everything you felt, your every color, every smell. what I saw, what I felt. Every color. Is Cosmo right? Somewhere in the vibrant memory of the same scene in my head, could there have been another clue to expose the identity of Dr. Wilson's killer? Actually, Kazuma, I think I might have something. Thinking back over everything I saw, I think I may have uncovered another clue. You always have something up your sleeve, don't you? Mr. Fob! I know you love this game. Guess what? I'm finally working on Costa Rica after so long. I cannot wait. I'm so sorry it's taken forever, but I'm so glad you're doing well. Great to see you. And I know you played this game. Alright, I can't wait. It's been niggling me for a while that something feels amiss. Whatever it could be is the key to arriving to the truth to all this. Is it the blood?
Take that!
Inspector Hosonaga, answer me this! Yes, what is it? He's still miles away, probably thinking about that bottle being smashed. Oh my gosh, those witnesses were so useless. You strive for perfection, don't you? Absolutely. I wonder, therefore, if perhaps you took anything else from the scene of the crime. Like, for instance, the plate of steak that you took to the victim's table.
Objection!
Wait a minute! Where are you going with this little boy? It's just a memory that's been troubling me. What memory? I saw the scene in this photographic print with my own eyes. Oh, that's fun, Kwanzaa. That's fun, Kwanzaa. Maybe don't tell me that in the future, though, because it would be fun to just see it as it happens, but I'm actually hyped to have him back. Get an assist this time. It did seem strange, like the coin that was missing. A spattering of blood. Oh, really? And what of it? Obviously, that must have happened while you shot the professor. No, that can't be the case. Take a good look at the photograph and the relative position of everything. The plate of steak is almost directly behind the victim. If I'm supposed to have shot Dr. Wilson in the chest from the front, there's no way the blood could have ended up directly behind him. Yes. For blood to have made it onto the plate, it implies the plate was made between the victim and the shooter. Which means the shooter must have been sitting opposite the professor as you were. Giselle Brett! I beg your pardon?
Objection!
This is beyond ridiculous! Is the court seriously expected to believe something the accused just remembered seeing? I actually kind of feel bad for Ouchie.
Hold it!
This could be the moment that my entire career has been leading to. Inspector, you mean? I took the plate, in the interest of preserving evidence. I took it, meat and all, and I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief because of it. You did what? I took the steak that you had been eating, Miss Brett. I took the steak that the sergeant had been eating. And I did it all in the name of justice. What a cool guy. Then we can find out for sure whether or not there's a blood stain on his plate. We must examine it now! Inspector, the court wishes to examine the plate immediately. Yes, sir. I hope he gets it cured too. Love to hear it, Giratina. That's cool. You're doing a crazy run through. Here's what you ordered. The steak. What about the blood? Is there blood on it?
Of course there isn't.
Quickly, Inspector, the blood man. Show the court. Of course. Examine the plate at your leisure. No blood. No blood anywhere. Yeah, he does look great, Mr. Fab. He does. I love his design, too. I know, I saw it. I'm sure of it. Right on the table behind the professor.
What an unbecoming expression, little boy. You see, this is why I always say you can't trust what the Japanese tell you.
What a racist thing to say.
I couldn't agree more, in the case of this disgrace to the Empire.
I believe we have finally reached a conclusion.
Let's hope so. This let's pretend attempt was painful to watch. I do promise to do my best to forget all about it when it's over. Ha! This sorry-looking steak reveals the facts all too clearly. Be my guest if you wish to examine it.
Was the plate I saw or thought I saw just a figment of my imagination? Is it time to examine it? This emblem on the side of the plate. It's a cow, obviously. Because of its beef, a lot of different restaurants have their own unique tableware. It's a Meowth coin! It's a Meowth coin! Meowth, that's right! What in the world is this? It's a Koban coin. Hallmark of the Hoei era, I believe. No, I don't mean what is it? I mean, what's it doing here? Wait, did you say it was a Hoei Koban? And apart from the meat juices, it looks to be in good condition. Imagine it's very valuable. I've heard of pearls before swine, but I've never heard of bullion and bullion. Wait, that's funny. I don't think you ever will again. I mean, I do like the 2D style a lot of Ace Attorney, but I think this 3D style is very stylish too. In fact, I think it looks a lot better than Ace Attorney 5 and 6, in my opinion. Not that those games look bad, but I just like the way that it's kind of stylized. Believe in myself, really. Maybe I should at least examine the evidence for myself. We've already done so, Your Honor. That bloodstain was gonna clinch the trial for me. Yeah, agreed, Cabo. Definitely top-notch presentation. Like, even that right there, you don't get to see that in the normal Ace Attorney games. A shocking truth.
The only thing shocking here is your unhealthy fascination with beefsteak. I think I made myself clear, haven't I? I will not be able to turn a blind eye to any more unnecessary procrastination.
I'm sorry, Miss Brett. We must ensure a thorough examination. I will not give a ruling until I'm completely satisfied. I love that they actually talk about reasonable doubts. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think the mainline Ace Attorney games ever mention reasonable doubt. Ever. Where is this new clue? Definitely better late than never. I've already done this. I guess I should have waited to examine later. I wish I could hold B. Unfortunately, I can't. It's still, it's a slow version. That would make it really quite valuable. Well marinated in the juices as well. The next time I order a steak in an expensive restaurant, one thing's for sure. My heart's gonna be racing as I lift up the meat and peer underneath for a prize. Oh wait, how do I present it? Oh, present. Got it. That's some new lingo. A Koban? What on earth? A Hawaii era one at that. Miss Brett. This is in fact the beefsteak you ordered at the restaurant. Tell me, why is there an old coin seemingly hidden underneath the meat? What a ridiculous question! How should I know? I've never seen that thing before in my life!
Objection!
I fail to see how it's relevant. A coin under the meat. A careless mistake.
Objection!
Oh, was God in 5 and 6 too? Oh, okay. I guess I forgot about that. A rare Hoei Koban happens to appear. If it turns out to be irrelevant, I'll rip up my ticket to Great Britain right now. He's right. Can't be a coincidence. Your Excellency! A rare Hoei Koban just happens to be hidden? If that turns out to be irrelevant, I'll give him my lawyer job right now!
Objection!
He copied his line.
No one invited you anyway. Perhaps, little boy, you should realize it is you who's irrelevant.
Even though I'm the one on trial here? The point is, it's essential that we ask the owner of this coin if he can explain what it's doing under that stake. It's obvious. There's only one person it can belong to. The owner of the Koban that was found underneath.
Take that!
Obviously, it can only be the antiques dealer and owner, Curio Korekuta-san. I like that Curio's a funny name.
These ridiculous Japanese names are unfathomable.
The old man who testified earlier, along with the military sergeant. I like that. That's a good opinion, Apollo. At the exact moment the gun was fired. Right, he was looking for it around then.
A gunshot interested me not. I was,
how was his voice? He was an old man. Too busy on the floor. Sorry, what were you doing? Hunting for treasure. That's a good old man. Back in my day, the Hoei Aaron Koban, my prized coin. That's a kind of a bad old man. I feel like I did a decent old man yesterday. I gotta warm up. This Hoei Era Koban. Do you mean to tell me?
please, why would Korekuta-san's Koban be sandwiched between the victim's beefsteak and its plate? It makes no sense.
Yes!
Hi! Let's bring him back to the witness stand so we can ask him. Officer, bring both witnesses that testified earlier back in here. Without a moment's delay. I love when we're bringing them both back in. I can't believe we've come back around to that pair again. But I have a hunch, a strong hunch, that if we can chase down the real significance, we'll find it's a key element to this case. Oh, wow! They're all on the stand together! This is so late in Ace Attorney, I love it. To be honest with you, wow. I love it. There's no gallery for them. They all gotta hang out together. Don't you realize it's dinner time for little baby Ido? Wait, I don't know, sir. It's like, I don't know, sir. I don't know, sir. That's clever. Exploited by the police we were, like miserable dogs, forced to bear false witness. And when cast from this courtroom, myself, I became a ruined man in a trees, a worthless, withered antique. Nothing more have I to say. The sun has set on the Rasute shop owner's existence. Be that as it may, Korakura-san, something has come to light that requires your clarification. As far as your Rasute memory, sir... Yes! That's it! The one! The very exact one that it is! The resplendent, splendiferous holy treasure that my rusty bones managed to misplace that fateful day! It can't be! As I thought. Young man! Enlighten this decrepit old fool! Put me out of my misery! Where was my treasure? Where was it dropped? Oh, I'm not sure if it was dropped anywhere. We found your own coin sandwich between a beef steak, soaking in the seasoned meat's juices. Sandwich? Soaking? Seriously? Clearly, it couldn't have fallen there by accident. Which means somebody must have hidden it there on purpose. Somebody concealed my Hoei treasure between a slab of meat and a metal plate. Who would do such a thing? Such an unconscionable thing? Excuse me. Could I say something? Yes, of course. I mentioned this earlier on in the trial, but I was working undercover in the restaurant in order to investigate another case. Oh. That's right, he did actually say that. I forgot about that. La Carnival is a high-class Western cuisine. It attracts wealthy diners, including many foreigners. Recently, there's been a run of similarly executed thefts. A number of such incidents have been reported to the police bureau. Wicked crimes indeed. We wanted to nip the case in the bud quickly, especially with so many foreigners being affected. That's why we were sent in undercover, is it? Yes, I took on the job of waiter at the restaurant in order to flush out the criminal. It seems likely this Koban incident is the work of the same thief. Unbeknownst to us, there was a master thief at work. The place was already the scene of several crimes, it seems. I don't know about the master thief part, but the identity of the person who stole and hid Korakura-san's Koban is all too clear. What? What? I think the court would like to hear the defense's view. Tell us, who is the scoundrel? Is it her, or is it... It could be Wilson. It's either Wilson or her. Hey! How are you guys? Hello, Chronic. Hey, Coco Bean, Coco G. Nice to see you guys. Welcome on in. Thank you for the raid. We are playing the Great Ace Attorney. This is a game that is really cool. It takes place in the early 1900s. It's got an old Victorian English aesthetic as well as a feudal Japanese aesthetic. It's really, really cool.
Take that!
Yes. Seems like a likely candidate for a Koban thief. You shocked me, Kazuma. No one could have approached the table unnoticed. I'm not sure you should be calling Korakura-san a crazy fool, Kazuma. Oh, Coco Bean, it's gonna be really fun. It's gonna be really fun, I know. But I hope you guys have a great time at your convention, too.
Take that!
Oh, I did not mean to do that. Whoops. I meant to look at the record. No one could approach the table unnoticed. Oh, am I taking damage? Oh! Whoops. I did not mean to do that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I just died. My portrait blocked. my portrait blocked my health bar. And I did not mean to present that. I'm guilty. Oh, I'm guilty. Oh, I'm guilty. Uh-oh. Well. Good game. Good game. We... Okay, well, you know. Ay. Alright, anyway. Oh, I have full health.
Take that!
Could have been Mr. Wilson. No, not Wilson. So they think Korakuda's the fool? Hold on, I'm kind of confused. Wait. Unless it's Ayisa Nosa? Was he trying to feed his little baby boy? But how could he have done it? Oh, right! It's not hers! Oh, my god. Why is Hope so smart? Hope is so freaking smart. Hope gets these things, like, instantly. Oh, thank you, Jenna. How sweet of you. Thank you very much. How sweet of you. I appreciate that. Sergeant Yesanosa! What? How? How dare you! You monster! Monster! I stole that kaban, did I? I'm the master thief of La Carnival, am I? You're seriously accusing me of these crimes, cadet? It wasn't me, it was Ido! He's blaming his baby? This man is blaming his baby? You would push the blame for your crimes on your own son, an innocent little baby. It's you who's the monster, Sergeant Nosa. Whoa! Clippity cloppity, clippity cloppity, clippity cloppity, clippity cloppity, go! Nippon Imperial Army, Sergeant Yesanosa. Prepare to stand down in Supreme Court, sir. What the heck was that? Do any of you know of the extraordinarily low wages the Nippon Imperial Army pays those it expects to keep our country safe? Wow, he folded quickly. This man folded quickly. I understand the temporary increase in taxation owing to the recently ended conflicts remains in place. And I've heard it's harder for lower-ranking soldiers to make a living, yes. All I want is to put a hot meal on the table for my son. That's why you were stealing things at the restaurant? Pocojo! Pocojo, I know you love this game. Every 3 days I go there and do reconnaissance for a target. And I enjoy chomping my way through a good steak at the same time. Sounds like he doesn't bother with a knife and fork even, which is worryingly believable. Yes, sir. He was an easy mark. I slipped a coin in my pocket without any trouble at all. A veritable phantom thief you are. I was all set to leave the steak I was halfway devouring when it happened. Bang. That's when the professor was shot. I knew if a professor conducted a search and found, I'd be finished. I'd too. That's true, he did get a Waluigi mustache. I slipped it under the steak. Hoping I'd be able to rendezvous with it again at a later date. This man spilled the beans so quickly, I love it. This is ridiculous. Perhaps you could carry on with this absurd prattling in your own time. Well, Miss Brett? Oh, of course, dear lady, of course. How rude of us. I'm quite sure there's no need to detain you any longer at all. May the esteemed gentleman please be excused, Your Excellency. Indeed. The theft of the Kaban was clearly perpetrated by this baby-saddled sergeant. It would certainly appear to be unrelated to Dr. Wilson's murder. Of course it is. Hiding a coin under a lump of meat. The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. Nonsense, is it? Well, And as for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it's beyond nonsense, it's pure madness. Very well, now that all questions concerning this witness's testimony have been answered, I see no further justification for detaining her. Miss Brett, you are free to leave. Thank you, Your Excellency. Good luck, everyone. And good day. Ryunosuke, what's the matter with you? There's no time for daydreaming. Oh, no, it's just... something about Miss Brett's parting words there got me thinking. I can't quite work out exactly what, but something she said jarred with me. I feel like there was a contradiction in there somewhere. Oh, how would she have known that he didn't eat with a fork and a knife? Don't just stand there thinking, make your voice heard. Sorry? You can think later, but if you don't call out now, it'll be too late. The trial will be over.
Hold it!
Wait, Miss Brett! What is it now? I'm afraid just one last time. There's something I'd like to ask you. I'd like you to explain the contradiction in your parting words. What are you talking about? What contradiction?
Objection!
What a new student nonsense is this? What parting words are you talking about, Ryunosuke? How would she have known? Yes, I'm right. What she said there exposed an undeniable contradiction. I'm going to need to see evidence, counsel. If the words are truly contradictory, where's the evidence to prove it? Well, there was a fork and knife there. The photographic print taken immediately after the incident. What's interesting is the plate of steak that you can see on the victim's table. The steak that Miss Brett had been eating before the professor was killed, yes. More accurately, Your Excellency, the steak that was on the victim's table just before the professor was killed. Not true. Doesn't something about the steak strike you as very unnatural? Unnatural? What do you mean? It's extremely obvious. I'm talking about the shape of the edge where it's been eaten. I see you've noticed it too, Miss Brett. A few moments ago, Miss Brett claimed
No Englishman could ever contemplate picking up a steak and biting into it without using a knife and a fork. Of course she did! Then take a good look at this steak. In particular, the edge where it's been eaten. As you can see, there are clearly defined barbaric teeth marks there. I did not even consider the shape of that. The shape of the steak of meat. That's actually crazy. That is such a fun clue hidden in plain sight. What a brilliant game, and it's case freaking one. So if the witness, as she claims, wouldn't contemplate eating anything without using a knife and a fork, there shouldn't be teeth marks on the steak at all.
Objection!
Perhaps she was rabid. Oh, she's sweating. We got her sweating, gang. Oh, whatever you say, dear lady. As I said, I really must be leaving now. Afternoon tea with the Minister of Justice cannot possibly wait any longer. Of course, it will all be over in the blink of an eye. Rest assured, I'm about to put this rookie in his place. I've heard enough, you irritating little spectacled samurai relic. Of course, dear lady. What's the matter, Miss Brett? Have we ruffled your feathers? Clearly, the witness knows what this means. She's realized the catastrophic implications those teeth marks in the steak have for her. Ryunosuke, do you know where you're going with this? It's all coming together. The mysterious teeth marks and a steak that had allegedly been eaten with cutlery. The reason why the bloodstain I know somehow seems to have disappeared. And more importantly, the evidence that proves once and for all who shot Dr. Wilson that day. I accept these teeth marks are a little unnatural, as you put it, Counsel. What exactly are you suggesting that tells us? Everything, Your Excellency. I believe they amount to conclusive evidence in this case. Evidence that will prove beyond any doubt who shot Dr. Wilson.
Shut up!
Conclusive evidence? How many times have I heard that today? You wouldn't know the meaning of the phrase typical Japanese empty threats. How can you be so sure? Oh, it's quite simple. If you really had such conclusive evidence, you would have presented it to the court long ago. Actually, the evidence I'm talking about hasn't been brought before the court yet. Oh, good night, Sleazy. Just because it hasn't been shown yet doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Objection!
That's run several hours, and you're saying there's evidence yet to be brought forward. I don't believe you'll have it. Even Ryunosuke's objection is so polite. If that person is willing to submit the piece of evidence I'm referring to, it will solve every remaining mystery about this case. My last request of the trial.
Take that!
Uh-oh. Okay. Let's think. We've come this far. Okay, yep, it's the policeman. He did say that. Look at that. Hope is so smart. I was thinking that she still had stuff on her, but yes.
Take that!
The answer is obvious. Inspector Hosonaga. Yes. You think I've been withholding conclusive evidence? Everyone's attention's been focused on the stake with the teeth marks. I do want to accuse her of everything. She's a little punk. I'd enjoy chopping my way through a good steak, as well as admitting to stealing Korakuda-san's coin. Watch it, cadet, I'm a superior officer. Sergeant Nosa, could you please confirm something for me? Was the stake that you put on the coin under, in fact, your own stake? Attention! Affirmative, of course! I might be a soldier in the Imperial Nippon Army, but still. I'm not brave enough to ask a foreign gentle lady if she mind me manhandling her meal. In other words, the stake that the detective submitted as evidence earlier was in fact Sergeant Nosa's meal.
Objection!
That makes no sense! That plate was taken from the victim's table.
Objection!
Yet the gentlewoman doesn't take bites out of her steak, nor did she have the opportunity to steal the coin. Of course I didn't steal it! To even suggest such a thing would be an affront to the entire British Empire. Well then, how do you explain this paradox? Surely you're not going to suggest the sergeant switched the two stakes. You did switch the plates? Well, after it happened, when I saw the civilian been murdered, I panicked. I immediately lifted my stake and hid the coin. But then the waiter announced he was an undercover policeman. I thought I had it. If he investigated my slab of meat, that'd be it. Began my marching orders. So when the cadet here was arrested and taken off to the kitchen, I seized my chance. With military precision and timing, I switched my stake with the foreign ladies. What? You can't have. I never saw you do such a thing. It was called Operation Lightning Bolt. There was no time for strategic planning. It was do or die, I tell you, so yes. Was that supposed to be a Blitzkrieg reference? However, fear not, Prosecutor-san. I swear on the brass buttons of my uniform, that's all I did, sir.
Yes!
It means he took Miss Brett's steak and the plate it was on back to his own table. That follows. Thought of years before the Germans. Early in this trial, you told the court this. You said you had not only taken Miss Brett's steak after the incident, but also the sergeant's. To preserve evidence, you had taken both. Oh, she is biting her mask. She is biting her mask. The plate that was actually on the victim's table at the precise moment he was shot.
Shut up!
What could that possibly tell us? Oh, this music. A cold slab of tough meat couldn't have the slightest bearing on the case.
Objection!
You're not wriggling your way out of this time, lady. I beg your pardon. Surely you're not that forgetful. Surely you remember the reason why the steak pan promises to prove such a problem for you now. You're the ones who decided it was a problem, not me. The reason the defense asked to see that plate was to confirm something the defendant remembers seeing. I'm quite sure of what I saw, Miss Brett. On the side of the plate that was on the table directly behind Dr. Wilson, a clear spattering of blood from the gunshot wound. I believe the defendant's memory serves him well. Now we have the evidence to prove it. The plate you were eating from, Miss Brett. Present the beefsteak and plate that was originally on the time of the table. Yes, sir. Here was the other steak in its plate. Feel free to examine it. The blood stain. It's clearly visible, look!
Yes!
This makes everything clear. The blood you can see on the side of the plate shows that at the moment the victim was shot, he was facing the table with his back to me. It's impossible for Naruhodo-san to have shot the victim. It can't be! In fact, only one person could have shot Dr. Wilson from the front. Everyone knows who that person is. That's right. Miss Giselle Brett. It's you! Eat that mask. Whoa. Outdone by a Japanese. Me, by a Japanese schoolboy. No, no, no! These sounds. What just, what? What just happened? Please excuse my little outburst. I briefly lost my composure. Most unbecoming behavior for an English gentlewoman, forgive me. Well, Miss Brett, I think it's time you told the court what actually happened that day, the truth this time. Gladly, Your Excellency. It was I who took the professor's life using Curer. As you surmised, I chose that particular day for one important reason. He had a dental appointment for the extraction of one of his teeth. He planned to kill the professor, knowing no other traces of poison would be found in his water. Curer is unheard of here in Japan. Yes, of course I never intended to remain at the restaurant. I only needed to see the professor take one tiny sip and it would all be over. I'd placed the steak I'd ordered in front of him to make it appear as though he'd been dining alone. And leave immediately, however. Before any of that happened, there was an unexpected visitor at the professor's table. That would be me, I suppose. Yes, you. Who else? Such a trifling matter, but the fact you decided to come over to greet the professor meant that I had lost my chance to slip away unnoticed. In due course, the professor took a sip of his water and was paralyzed. I made sure he was sitting in his chair. There was no going back at that point. Concocted a plan on the spur of the moment. A plan to pin Dr. Wilson's murder on this innocent man. I happen to know the professor always carried a gun. I decided to use that fact to my advantage. I had the bottle of Curare in my handbag, and my own pistol concealed under my skirt. I was right, there were 2 guns. Yes. And then I finished my coffee and got up to leave. That's when I noticed the professor's gun. Place where you were sure I would notice it. I don't think so, Giratina. Just as you bent down to pick it up, that's when you shot the professor with your own gun. Obviously, I assumed Naruhodo-san was the culprit and apprehended him. I took him to the pantry that adjoins the kitchen and locked him inside. That's when I took the opportunity to turn the professor in his chair around. Of course, you needed to make it look like the defendant had shot Dr. Wilson from when he picked up the gun. So there you have it. The entirety of my misdemeanor. Your Excellency. Might I speak with you in private later? I shall call on you. I hope you can forgive me, Naruhodo-san. Can we forgive her? She's pretty vile. It would seem this trial has finally run its course. I presume the prosecution is in agreement. This can't be! Ouchie doesn't lose! You're right, she didn't even give a motive, Hope Butterfly. What a good point. You better start getting used to tough opposition. Ryunosuke Naruhodo. This insult to the Ouchie family name will never be forgotten! You become conceited with age, Council, but the old have to stand aside and make way for the new. The start of a rivalry. It's the way of the world. May you never forget that. 1,000 millennia will pass, and still the Ouchie clan will never measure up to the Naruhodo clan! Oh, man. This will go down in history as the start of a new chapter in our country's judicial system. Despite being summoned as the accused, you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, presented an excellent case. Thank you, Your Excellency. The use of evidence and deduction to unravel the truth is a modern methodology.
After all, it has only been a few short decades since our country opened its doors to the wider world. But the Western ideas of science are rapidly gaining acceptance here. I feel sure that science will bring new methods of investigation and new procedures of justice. A new future of law awaits, but what it will look like, I cannot begin to imagine. That is for the young to pursue. Kazuma Asogi. Yes. After this trial, you are set to embark on a journey of discovery to the illustrious British Empire. Hey, Lulu! Learn all you can. Absorb everything of the wider world that you are able to. And do not forget to fulfill the mission imposed upon you. I understand, Your Excellency. What was that about? Why do you look so grave all of a sudden? Never mind. As for you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Yes! In you, I sense, how can I put it, unusual potential. I very much look forward to seeing how you carry that onwards. Thanks, Your Excellency! It is time to deliver the final verdict. I hereby find the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, not guilty! We have Sakura flower petals! Ah! I love that military personnel are cheering and screaming in this secret trial. The court is now adjourned. Wow. The antechamber. Can't believe it. I can't believe what's happened. I made it. I defended myself and made it through that horrendous trial. What a crazy trial. You finally pulled it off. Congratulations. Well, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Kazuma. No, it was a pleasure to watch you at work. So you owe me an extra large sukiyaki from the place on Yume University Street, don't forget. Good afternoon, all your hard work has certainly paid off. Oh! Congratulations to both of you for proving Naruhodo-san's innocence. Our trusty judicial assistant, you worked hard for that result too, you know. Oh, I didn't do anything. Thank you so much! If we hadn't had that research report, I don't know how things would have turned out. Your kind words should really be for my father. I was simply doing as he asked. It was his idea for me to go to university and investigate. Your father? Ah, yes, of course. Forgive me for intruding on court proceedings, Your Excellency. Suzaru Mikotoba, Judicial Assistant to the Defense. Speaking of Mikotoba... There you are! I believe congratulations are in order. Naruhodo, you did an excellent job. Thank you, Professor. Oh no, it is I who should be thanking you. After all, your efforts exposed the true criminal that took the life of my good friend. You mentioned that before. It was actually you who invited Dr. Wilson, wasn't it? That's right. Professor Mikotoba studied overseas himself. He went to study forensic medicine in Great Britain. Presumably that's when you met Dr. Wilson? Yeah, that's crazy, Cowbell. In those days, we worked together at the same hospital. Oh, you work together? I've never heard you mention that before. Well, it was a long time ago now, besides. It's your turn, Asogi. Great Britain is a magnificent country. It leads the world. In science, medicine, engineering, culture, and of course, in law. Watch and learn, my boy. See what's happening in the world's largest melting pot. I will. I'll learn all that I can. I swear it. On the spirit of the Asogi clan. You're not taking that sword to Great Britain, are you? A Japanese man's katana's his soul. This blade shows me where I need to go. It cuts down anything that's in my way. Yes, I've definitely seen how sharp it is already, with my own eyes. Reminds me, what's happened to the woman? Giselle Brett, I mean. After all, she's guilty of murder. Ah, yes, her. It's not easy to tell you this, but... What do you mean? Surely she's gonna face trial herself now. She's the true culprit, after all. She will be leaving Japan in the very near future. For Shanghai. Shanghai? Giselle Brett will not appear in court again in this country, I'm certain of that. Why not? It's a matter of consular jurisdiction. Inspector Hosonaga. It was a hard-fought battle in the courtroom today, very impressive to watch. I must congratulate... But what's all this about consular jurisdiction? We cannot try this particular foreigner for her crimes here in Japan. What? We can't try her? But then, who? Who's gonna bring her to justice? A British consular court will soon hear her case, somewhere far away, where our voices can't be heard. But why a consular court? Professor, I simply don't understand. I thought consular courts were a thing of the past, now that we've signed the new friendship treaty. In normal circumstances, you're right. Then so long as this is not a serious incident of a highly political nature. They can't invoke a consular court just like that! Oh, can't they? Yes, she's a student. But it doesn't justify our government's making secret agreements about her fate, does it? Something strange is going on. Miss Brett can't be held accountable for her actions here in Japan. I'm afraid for the young student. Today's trial was nothing more than a game all along. There was never any danger of comeuppance to her. I don't believe it. It feels so plausibly rolled. I know, this is probably the first time British government's foreign affairs has demanded we hand over custody of Miss Brett. They're obviously taking this case of a foreign student committing murder very seriously. But it's all going to change from now on. We can make it change. This is a time of great turmoil, this new era heralded by the start of the 20th century. One day, I have no doubt, the woman will receive the judgment she deserves. Change is coming, and we're the ones driving it. This is so exciting. This is such an exciting premise. And yep, enough seriousness. This calls for a celebratory drink. Sake? Okay, I really should have eaten like sushi today. Professor. You're right. No time for gloomy faces.
We should be celebrating Ryunosuke's not guilty verdict and start by having some fun. In that case, might I suggest La Carnival? As head waiter, I should be delighted to provide you with ample food and drink. You're a detective, Hosonaga-san, aren't you? Let's not worry about details for now. To La Carnival! Will you accompany us, Professor? Of course! La Carnival's food is second to none. I shall go and attend to the paperwork for Naruhodo-san's release. Oh yes, thank you. So Giselle Brett won't be tried here. I suppose that means I'll never know. I'll never find out why she killed Dr. Wilson. Kazuma. Yes, Ryunosuke? I just wanted to say thanks again, that's all. You really saved my skin today. Ha 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 ha! I didn't do a thing. You were the lawyer in there, weren't you? That defense was all your own work. Your skills made the difference, though. One day I bet you'll be the best lawyer in the world. Not so sure about that. To be honest, something kept occurring to me over and over again during that trial. I couldn't help thinking that maybe you're the one destined to become a great lawyer, not me. What? Come on, be serious. If I helped you today, it was only right at the very start of the trial. But you have a natural talent for it, for being a defense lawyer, I mean. No, not me! All that tense verbal combat? I never want to go through that ever again! I just did what you told me to do, that's all. I knew I could trust you. That's the point. Sorry? What do you mean? That's the point. Listen, Ryunosuke. Do you know what the most crucial weapon is that any lawyer needs in order to win? Knowledge of the law? No. The ability to believe. To believe? To believe what? A defense lawyer has to fight for his clients. He has to believe in them at all times. Like you believed in me when I said I didn't do it. I'm human, just like you. I don't have some superhuman ability to know the truth. But you have to make a choice about what to believe in and stick to it when you're defending someone. Sometimes in the courtroom, you can really be backed into a corner. But being able to remain faithful to what you choose to believe in, well, that's not something that anyone can do. It takes a special kind of person. Believing in your client. Look at today's trial. I'm a student lawyer with precious little real experience, but you never stop believing in me. Well, you face seemingly hopeless situations time and time again, but you never stop looking for the truth. And in the end, you found it, through your own efforts, because you never stopped believing in me. Thanks, Kazuma. There's something I want to ask you, actually, Ryunosuke. Well, it's a favor, really. Something very important to me. Sounds serious. What? You're still here, are you? Oh, Inspector Hosonaga. I've arranged some rickshaws for us. Thank you, we'll be right there. Let's pick up this conversation again later. We should be celebrating right now your first court victory. And your study tour to Great Britain, don't forget. Ah, yes, that too. So my very first trial came to an end. Kazuma. Professor Mikotoba, Suzaru-san, who acted as my assistant, Inspector Hosonaga, who didn't really play much of a part, but still. That's unfair. He did a lot of evidence. I managed to get through that trial, through all the support of these people. But more importantly, Kazuma hadn't yet managed to ask his favor of me. Little did I realize just how much it would change my life. We beat it! We beat the game! We beat the game, everybody. Gang, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm a little tired. I'm a little sleepy. I thought about but it's so early for me. I can't just sleep. Oh man. I do feel like it's probably a good time to stop Great Ace Attorney. I could play Earthbound. I will say this too. A game that I've been wanting to play is called UFO 50. Has anyone heard of it? I'm tempted to bust out UFO 50 as well. I don't know. I feel like it's a good time. I feel like it's a good time to pause this just because it was such a good ending for this case. Yeah. Honestly, maybe let's bust out UFO 50. It's really cool, you guys. It is, in fact, let me, well, I'll fix that in a little bit. It's really, really cool, you guys. It's super, super, super interesting. The idea of it is that there's 50, games on a retro console that, we've never actually... Whoa. Oh gosh, okay. Hold on. I gotta do some fixing. I've gotta okay, can I move the... Hold up, this is... I was hoping I could adjust the settings. I might not be able to. Okay, hold up, here we go. Sorry, give me a second. Okay, that's better. Sorry, give me a second. It's like Action 52, imagine. Would someone, change the stream title? I don't know if that's something that can be done. I know you can't see it, I'm sorry. The game went into full-on, what's the word? It went into full-on, yeah, can I get a mod to change it? Or here, I'll just, So basically, I have another idea for this game that my friends and I have wanted to do, and that's basically to play one of these 50 games, every week. Yeah, I've been bad. I've been really bad about... I've been so bad, you guys. I am still gonna play DS games. I am. Obviously, I'm still playing Golden Sun tomorrow. Actually, I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. I'm gonna be extremely obvious, or extremely honest with you guys. And that is... I have not really been having that much fun with Golden Sun. And that's part of the reason I've been kind of dragging my feet. I don't know. I don't know if it's... I don't know. I've been kind of conflicted with it. But anyway, let's go ahead and boot this up. Let's have some fun with this. Did anyone change the stream title name? I can do that myself. Oh, I think I just did it, actually. Give me a quick second, you guys. Yeah, Lego, you'll get to see a little bit of this face for sure. So yeah, so my friends in the Dog Club want to play this game every single week. Play basically 50 weeks of playing this game. It's really cool because these games are not like mini games. They're like fully fledged games, at least as far as I can tell. It's possible that I'm like overhyping it a bit, but the first game that I played this game on Monday with my friends. Oh gosh, I'm having a hard time here. Give me a second, sorry.
Okay, there we go. Much better. Much better. Okay, anyway, let's boot it up. So, this game Barbuda is the first. Look at these. These are all 50 games. The idea with this is that this is a fictional retro game, a fictional retro system that has just been newly rediscovered. So we're gonna play a whole bunch of genres of like seemingly 8-bit games. This game is crazy. Now, because I played this game on Monday, there's a lot about this game that I know already. I know a lot about Barbuda already. So it's not a totally blind playthrough. In fact, to be honest with you, there's actually a lot that I've forgotten about. There's a lot that I've forgotten about. I may actually have to like redo some stuff. So here's one thing. Stabbing the walls for coins. I will. The DS games are hard, y'all. It's hard. Just because I've been really digging Ace Attorney, and obviously I want to play this once a week. I'm not gonna play this every day. Oh! Forgot about that. I remember I did know about that and I completely forgot. Anyway, so this game's crazy. There's like a whole bunch of like there's not even music, as you can see. There's like a whole bunch of inventory that you get. And then if you look on the bottom left, there is this like thing that's kind of chasing you. As far as I can tell, it's invincible, but I believe the point of the game is to kill it. I could be wrong, and if anyone knows the answer, please don't tell me. Because again, I know a decent amount of this game, but there's still a lot that I don't fully know. Okay, look. Even me, I did not think that it was going to be 1 year. No, there's actually no music, period. There's actually no music, period. Can you hear like the little sounds when I slash my sword? Good night, Nachito! There's actually no sound at all in this game. Because this is supposed to be like the very first game in the system, you know? So it's like, it's supposed to be a little more primitive. Oh my gosh, okay, well. In fact, there's not even hit animations. You don't hear it? You do hear it, okay, that's good. Good night, Nachito. And because it's an old game, you cannot fix your jump in midair. You have some pretty wonky jump physics, as you might expect. Our sword is pretty garbage. You can't even tell if you're damaging something because there's no flashing animations. It's very old school. Yeah, it's super old school, Kwanzaa. Yeah, like Castlevania 1, right? Now, Lego, you're gonna get spoiled a lot, but that's okay. This first game is really interesting. It's like kind of Metroidvania. Well, look, you know I'm gonna play those DS Castlevania games eventually. It's just, you know, it's gonna take me a little bit. It's gonna take me a little bit. Play my own music. Well, we certainly could. If anyone has any, like, you know, spots. Although, truthfully, I kind of feel like the charm of this game... Oh, gosh, that bat. I feel like there's a real charm to this game in not having any music. But, I have played through this a lot without music, so I'm pretty used to it. Oh, dog, appreciate the lurk. It's all good. So what I really need right now is an umbrella. There is an umbrella that, oh gosh, I almost didn't make that jump. Okay, we're good though. Now, I don't think I can actually access this area because you can't jump off of a ladder. You cannot jump off a ladder. Ooh, I'm excited, Kits. Yeah, have you played a lot of it yourself? Seems like Poco Joe's played a decent amount too. Oh my gosh, okay, I almost died, wow. My goal is to play the games in chronological order alongside my other friends. Uh-oh, I just screwed that up, didn't I? Oh wow, I can't believe I dodged that. So I really want to beat Barbuda. Okay, stupid freaking bat. I really want to beat Barbuda. And then oh my gosh. Then next week I'll move on to the next game, which I think is like Bug Hunter or something. What's up? What's Deuce Heads? Haven't a chance to been watching streams. Yeah, there really is a lot here. Which is cool. I mean, gang, this game is $25. This game is $25. You get 50 games. And normally you would think, like, Action 50, right? You would think, okay, this is, like, going to be some, like... These are going to be, like, some garbage little mini games. But if this one game... This is the only game I've seen him played. If this one game's any indication, it's actually surprisingly deep. Including, check this out. Well, hold up. Okay. Watch this. Watch this. I already know this secret. Look at that. Normally that acid kills you. But I did indeed know the secret. I got a necklace. That necklace will now allow me to jump on red blocks. Red blocks will now move. It's a very, very primitive metro... Oh. Okay, I'm actually almost out of lives. You can see on the right side that I got eggs for lives. So I'm kind of not doing a great job, if I'm being real. Okay. I'm on my last life. I think I might just get a game over. I'm gonna get a game over, I think, just to get more eggs. Let's do that again. Oh, I had one more life? Oh. Well, then I shouldn't have done that. Oh, well. Okay. Well, here we go. Barbuda. Take 2. Take 2 on this basic game. But yeah, gang, please, really important though, please don't spoil me on future games or anything like that. I do want to play it as blind as possible. Just because I feel like a lot of the charm of this game is like not having an instruction manual and trying to figure it out. You are all good, Shingo. Good night to you, my friend. I feel like that was a good stopping point, but obviously next week we're going to continue with more Great Ace Attorney. Take it easy, my friend. Thanks for joining us. Super fun. Always a good time. That was a wild first case. You know, it's actually funny. Like, there's this stereotype against case 1s in Ace Attorney, but the truth is, a lot of them actually are bangers. Like Ace Attorney 3, Ace Attorney 4, this game, Investigations 2. That's like 4 games I could think of that have insanely good case 1s. You know? Great stopping point. Okay, I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. That does make me happy. Okay. Let's be more careful this time. Yeah, I'm kind of curious where, now that I've played every single case 1 ever, where, what, if everyone here who knows Ace Attorney, what would you say are your favorite, case 1s? It did have a case 1, Cowbell. I agree with you. Great case 1. Freaking Shelly the Killer. I couldn't believe it. I love how slow we are. Yeah, that was an amazing case 1 as well. And that one, I think I really let my guard down because I kind of expected a certain rhythm from the first Ace Attorney Investigations game. So I was very pleasantly surprised. Wow, if I just picked up that umbrella this whole time. So this umbrella is really interesting. Because now I don't die to drips. It basically protects my head. So it would have been really helpful to not get a bunch of deaths earlier. And I clearly messed up. I thought that there would be another part for me to get the umbrella, but I just forgot that on the left side there's that, look at that. Ooh, case 1 tier list. That's actually a fun idea, Retro. Because like, you know, like every case of all time is so many. That's a pretty daunting tier list. I'm sure people have done it. But a case 1 tier list, I actually think is a great idea. That would be really fun to do. Maybe next week or a different day. We could do that on stream. That would be really, really fun, I think. I would be super down for a case 1 tier list. Yeah, what would you guys say? Kirito, have you've mostly seen Ace Attorney from me playing it? Or have you played through some of them yourself? Money, by the way, really matters. The squid-looking enemies, they look like they're kind of oozy goo type things. No, Mr. Fab, I'm sorry to say you missed this because I played this, I finished it 2 weeks ago. I did play through Ace Attorney 2, or I'm sorry, Investigations 2. Beat it pretty recently. In fact, I very much want to, I've been really meaning to make some videos on it, to make some, like, reviews and stuff, and maybe some analysis. Because I really like analysis more than anything. I want to really analyze Edgeworth as a character. Oh my gosh, this stupid freaking bat. This stupid freaking bat. So I have played it. So I guess, oh gosh. So unless there's some obscure Ace Attorney that I've never touched, I've officially played them all. You've only seen me play it, but you love the court drama. Okay, that was a bad jump. Some speedrun tactics. Oh my gosh! That was horrible! Okay. Take two. Want to be a lawyer, but they don't make a lot of money, especially at the beginning. What's the career that you're interested in, Kirito? I know you work at McDonald's right now. What are you looking at in terms of, oh my gosh, bat, go. I have died 3 times on this screen. That bat had it out for me. Oh, you're right, Fab, you're right. I'm sorry, I didn't catch what you meant, but you're right. That's a really good point. I have to play the second greatest attorney and play that case 1. You're right. So I cannot do the tier list yet. That's a very, very good point. That was very silly of me. That was very silly of me. Very good point. Okay, we'll put it on the short list. Because let's be real, if I'm only playing Ace Attorney a few times a week, it's gonna take me a while to play. Oh, gang, I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh gosh, gang, if Golden Sun weren't donated, I probably would not be playing it anymore. I'm just like not. I'm just bored with it. Maybe I hope it gets better. I don't know how many of you guys have played Golden Sun. I hope it gets better. And I will say the Jin like battle system is kind of interesting. I'm just not feeling it. And there are a lot of nonsense JRPGs in this world. I love a good JRPG, but there are a lot of nonsense ones. And I have a sneaking suspicion it might be one of them. Oh my gosh, double bats. Double freaking bats. Can I even escape this? Yeah, and you know what? That's a retro. That's a good case 1 in terms of just. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's a good case 1 in terms of just being easy and kind of like setting the tone. But yeah, as you've seen, there are some real spicy ones, aren't there? Want to do some computers, then you want to do repair, you're conflicted. Kirito, if you don't mind me asking you a personal question, have you gone to college and do you plan on going to college? Super personal. Honestly, the reason I bring it up is because I like low-key regret going to college. I made some good friends, so I can't really regret it, like Lego Log right up in here. I met him through college, so I can't really be complaining. Man, I paid a lot of money for my degree, and I went to a public school. UCLA is a public school. I paid a lot of money for my degree, and I'm like, in practice, I'm not really using it that much. I could though. To be fair, I could though. I could actually use my degree. I'm electing not to, so. I'm electing not to. It's definitely, it's a funny thing. These spikes have historically killed me. Okay, I actually made that, so that's cool. That's true. Legolog and I, as roommates, we did make a sworn enemy. The Nick Zog. The Nick Zog. Not a great guy. Okay. Honestly, I should probably be trying to go all the way back up. I don't think this is right. I think, if I remember correctly, there's more to do. Yeah, Cowbell and his spike traps. I think this is wrong. I think I gotta go all the way back up top. Oh my gosh, Pig Dark Knight! It's been a minute, dude. How are you? To be fair, it's been a minute since I've been streaming too. I've been a bad boy. But, it's so great to see you. I don't know how much you've played of UFO 50. I plan on playing 1 game a week. And if I don't... Oh gosh, okay. And if I don't beat it, that's okay too. But this game I think is a beatable game. Because I've played a lot of it with a friend on Monday. And I learned quite a bit of like some of the stuff going on. If our enemies have names dedicated, I have to consider it. We give names to our enemies for sure. Now, it's really funny because as a human being, I don't really consider myself to have a lot of enemies. Like, I consider myself like a pretty like diplomatic, you know, fairly nice person. I'm not somebody who's like out here like picking fights or like trying to be crazy. But Nick Zog is definitely an enemy. He's an enemy, for sure. There's no doubt. He's an enemy. Started watching streamers. Oh, it's all good, Pig. I don't mind. It's all good, my friend. It's totally good. You gotta, I respect everyone's schedule, and honestly, like, finding communities is like, that's like the fun of Twitch, right? So I hope you always feel welcome here. You know, it's all good if you, you know, if you find other people too. Okay, this key is really interesting. I don't actually know what to do with it, but always great to see you. And I think you would really enjoy this game. I know you're pretty interested in retro style games. This is as retro as it comes, I think. Well, at least in terms of like, you know, modern retro, I suppose. Oh yeah, you definitely post great memes, dude, no doubt. And again, I'm not, you know, always great to see you. But yeah, I do. Oh gosh, that was a. Did that kill me? Oh, that killed me. I've never seen a platform kill you in a game. I'm dead. Oh, Starzak's a really nice guy. There's no doubt about it. He's a super nice and humble, very wholesome. Which is actually funny to call him wholesome because he definitely swears a lot. But it's like an energy. It's a vibe, right? Wholesomeness is a vibe. Oh, those freaking mushrooms. I have actually played I Want to Be the Guy way back in the day. Which is funny because I was kind of dumb and didn't really know how to download games as a kid. So I'm actually very impressed that I did download I Want to Be the Guy. I don't remember how I found it. It must have been YouTube videos. And that is actually the first time I was ever exposed to the Symphony of the Night, you know, starting scene. That was the very first time I ever heard it. Oh my gosh, these stupid mushrooms.
Perhaps the same.
Oh, it's the thing! It's the thing! You gotta get away from the thing. You gotta wait. The thing will kill you. The thing will kill you. Is he back? Oh my gosh, the thing's back. I don't know what that is. Get away. Okay, we're good. He's no longer my squadron or my sector. You can see in the bottom left. You can see in the bottom left that he's kind of chasing me, sort of. Sort of. Rogue Trader, is that a Star Wars game? Going to community college, studying for photography. Was pretty good at it. Went for one semester. So I was screening with money. Wanted to pay out of pocket after using a scholarship. Oh no. Let me tell you right now, Kirito, you can do as you know, and don't get me wrong, right? Generally speaking, college is like a really great path for people. You can find such success in life not doing that. And believe me when I say not having student loans, chef's kiss. Amazing thing. So, you know, there's a million passions and hobbies in this world. The one cool thing about the modern society, well, there's a lot of cool things about modern society, but one amazing thing about modern society, you can do whatever you want and you can make money doing it. You honestly can. Sometimes you got to be really industrious, you know, you got to hustle hard, but it's doable. It really is. It is totally doable. So honestly, like, not to be that guy who whispers in kids' ears, don't go to college or whatever, but like, you know, you don't have to. If just because your parents say you should doesn't mean you should. My parents, I wouldn't say they forced me to, but their expectations, I mean, I was going to go to college no matter what, but I did want to go to community college to save money, and they were kind of against that. They were like, you should have a 4-year experience. Ah, no, get away. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That almost got me. That almost got me. He's back. He's just chasing me. Holy freaking cow. Yeah, I think Lego went to a CC, right? You transferred into UCLA? Saved yourself half the money? Saved yourself half the money? This thing is so aggressive. He is really being a fiend. Holy cow. Okay, we're better, I think. It is very true. It absolutely depends on what you want to do for a profession. Some professions obviously very much require, you know, degrees and whatever. Honestly, I kind of feel like trade school is the way to go nowadays. I feel like you can make bank with trade school. I doubt the loans are as bad. And, nice. I doubt the loans are that bad. We got the pin. I feel like that's kind of the play. Although, you might not love what you do for a living, but you'll make bank. So, you know, if making money really matters to you. The real life Mario's exactly. You got paid by the principal the same amount when you threaten bring the news to school. They've been messing with you ever since you graduated high school. Holy cow. Kirito, I can't wait to meet you in person in pretty much a week. That's crazy. And I'd love to hear more about this because that's an interesting story. And I mean, it's a sad story because I'm sorry that, you know, that's impacted you. But, you know. Is this a shop? I don't remember if this is a shop. I think I need to buy candy. Okay. I do believe I need to buy candy. It's interesting, though, because most items I've found in this game can just be found instead of buying, and money actually is somewhat important. Money is somewhat important. Blobfish trader, yeah, it's exactly right. It is a blobfish trader. But look how fast I move. The candy somehow makes me fast. I guess it gives me hyper energy to climb up. Help you find a job after graduation. Only 1 year, yeah. Trade school's very underrated. And I would love to interview you if you do decide going to trade schools. I don't know if you guys know this. I've been thinking of doing more interviews with friends. Because, like, that's like some fun content. I really enjoy like chasing my curiosity. Oh! Okay, let's be careful here. You know what I really need is a wand. I need a wand. How do I get a wand? How do I get a wand? I think I gotta go down this way. I'm now an egg, I know. I have 2 more lives left. My screen is blocking part of it. My screen is blocking part of it. Well, you better believe I'm gonna do some interviews at Camp Demi. Get to know all the campers, the scouts, the goodies. Puzzle, try clearing out the room first. Cleaning out the room first. You don't have to, Kwanzaa. Don't feel like you have to. It's optional. It's optional. As is everything in life. What is not optional in life? What's something that's not optional? I guess needing to eat. Breathing, yep. Taxes, death and taxes, yep. This is true. Is anyone here a Magic nerd? Magic the Gathering nerd? I've thought about building a deck for Legacy called Death and Taxes, but then every time I look at it, it's like the most expensive thing in the world. I think I could only really did it if I proxied. I've been getting more into proxies. Don't tell Wizards of the Coast, but I've been getting more into proxying. Okay. Can we please avoid this fairy? Honestly, ever since Wizards... Ooh, okay. Ever since Wizards did Magic the 30th anniversary... Does anyone know what I'm talking about when I say Magic 30th? Their crazy 30th anniversary. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? It offended me to my core. And they'll send the Pinkertons after you. I know. They take it way too seriously. I mean, don't get me wrong, leaks are bad, and they, you know, I understand they have a right to protect their IP. Ooh, I don't think candy's necessary if I don't ever break that. Huh. You've got to be kidding me. Okay, to be fair, I am talking about that. To be fair, Pig Knight, they were $250 proxies. Just to be a little fair, okay? They were $250 proxies. Still ridiculous. In fact, arguably worse because you had to buy them. Why did I jump? There was no reason to jump. Why did I jump? They were effectively $1,000 proxies because you had to buy them in packs of 4. At least officially, I'm sure, you know, secondhand market. Though of course, if you bought that on the secondhand market, my gosh. Wait, did that clip actually not work? The remote server returns status code 502 bad gateway? What the heck does that mean? Wow. That's crazy. So to follow the game and they started actively making them. Okay, so I mostly agree with you, Pig Knight. I would say that the real damage was like 2019 and on when with Hasbro's new leadership. That in my opinion is a lot worse because that's when like Secret Lair started being a thing, and that's when they just realized they can just make infinite sets and it doesn't matter. Like they can just like do whatever the heck they want. Now that being said, I really do not like the Made for Commander cards. I think the format was a lot more fun before they got their hands on it. And same is true of Modern. Again, I'm not like a huge Modern player, but the idea of like Modern Horizon sets I think is like really boring. I really hate that they're like, let's just like print cards that are gonna see play. Like it's like, come on now. It's more fun when it's natural in my opinion. But again, I'm not that competitive a player, so I guess, take it with a grain of salt. Way more egregious is Magic 30 though. That was a big what's the word? That was a big like sword in my side. That was something that really got me. No. So here's the deal, Pig Knight. You're thinking of Modern Masters. And I don't blame you for being confused because they have similar names. Modern Masters, A+. Entirely reprints. Amazing. Great stuff. And actually an amazing draft format. I love the draft. A really, really good draft format. Modern Horizons is when they started making new cards for Modern. So basically every card is either new or it's an older card that became available in the format. So for example, Counterspell is a card that's too strong for or too strong for Standard, but they were able to introduce it into Modern by printing it in Modern Horizons. So yeah, that's how that is. I don't blame you for getting those mixed up. They have very, very similar names. Okay, I have to remember where the pin is. And I know there's a wand I can get in the purple area. I don't know if I need the pin for the purple area. It's been a minute since I played this last on Monday. Because my friends and I, we discovered a lot of secrets, and we kind of solidified a route, but it's kind of hard to figure that out. Interesting. This bat. I'm gonna just keep ignoring it. I'm glad I was able to get away with that. Yeah, well, does Magic have too many sets? That's an interesting debate as well. There's a lot of formats, but most of them don't see any play at all. They're just like fan formats. And in fact, I think it's kind of cool that fans can make their own format and like it could catch on. But like realistically speaking, it's like Modern, Standard, if you count drafting as a format as opposed to like, which it is, but like, you know, it's like, it's a little different. It's not quite constructed. And then like, you know, Legacy for like a very small percentage of players who can actually afford it. Vintage is basically proxy only. Yeah, in my opinion, I don't know if I would say that. I like that there's a lot of formats in Magic. And I like that you can care about the ones that you like. So yeah, I don't know if I agree with that take, but it's fun to debate. It's fun to debate. And honestly, realistically nowadays, I would say most people play Commander, and if they don't play, and even if they play like, if they prefer to play like Standard or Modern, they still have a Commander deck. Like, I would say that's kind of like the de facto way to play. For better or for worse, you know, I like 1v1 a lot, but you know, multiplayer is fun too. Okay, we've got a red ring here. Likely ban Evader. I don't know if Cabo or any other mods are still around. We got ourselves another bot. Man, the bots have been so aggressive. The bots have been ridiculously aggressive. Like, very, very surprisingly aggressive. We used to be able to ban keywords. Shagraz, are you still around? I don't know if you're still around, Shagraz, but I'd be really down to start banning some more keywords. That seemed to be a pretty good deterrent in the past. But then again, they've also been making a lot of, like, new sentences, too. A free follow, indeed. You hate to see it. You love to see it and you hate to see it at the same time. Okay, is there anything more down here that I should care about? I'm very deathly afraid of bats. That little, like, CRT buzz. Oh my gosh, okay. I thought I was gonna die there. That little CRT buzz when you change screens, I think is very funny. It's very amusing. Thank you, dog. Also, but yeah, do you let's brainstorm some like keywords to ban that might stop the bots. Like, do you think the word viewers, is the word viewers too broad of a word to ban? Like, do you think that any actual human being is like talking about viewers? They'd probably say community, right? They'd probably say like, they'd probably use different words. I kind of like banning the word viewers, to be honest. I'm kind of down. Because like, worst comes to worst, it's a real human being who's like, why is the word viewers banned? Let's do it. Can we do it? Let's ban the word viewers. I think that would help a lot. Because I don't think any bots are like, let's ban, or let's make a community. Right? I don't think that's a thing. Why are you against the viewers ban? I'm actually, not that I'm offended. This is a fun debate. Because again, I don't really, like, what I'm really trying to do is stop bots from spamming, right? A real human being, they can, like, the worst that happens is they go, oh, I can't say the word viewers, weird. You know? Like, that doesn't actually stop them from, like, conversing and, like, hanging out. That doesn't actually stop them. But it does stop a bot from being, like, spammy. Yeah, and I'm with you too. I'm with you too, Pig. I agree with you. That was part of the reason I thought of it. It's not really an organic word, and, like, like, is the world really losing any sleep over the word viewer being banned? I don't think so. That's my take. That's my opinion. But I do think we should ban it. Let's do it. Because I don't, Oh, hey, Zeta. Hey, hello. Good old mod. Excited to see you real soon. Excited to see you real soon. In pretty much a week. Not less than a week, but pretty much a week. No, what I want to do is ban the word viewers. Or even viewer. I want to ban that word. So that, I think that would do a pretty decent job. Oh my gosh, the Totodile got me. This is going to be hard without a wand. It's going to be really hard without a wand. I'm very sure. I'm very sure. Let's ban the word viewer. I'm extremely sure. Wow, I did it. The reason I had to do that was to get this gem. Yeah, I feel pretty convinced. Unless Shograz is a good argument against it. I just don't see a world where people are losing that much by losing the word viewer. That's my take. And like Pig said, it's not really an organic word anyway. Oh, that was really bad, I think. I'm really risking a lot now. Uh-oh, this stupid bat. Oh, this stupid bat. Get away, get away. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's hang out at the bottom. Maybe there's a way to warp around. Maybe there's a way to warp around. I'm not dealing with that Totodile. Okay. Maybe I have to deal with that Totodile. I may have signed up inadvertently for a death trap without realizing it. What things do the bots usually say? Yeah, they're like bye viewers. And I think the word bye, for example, like that's too broad. People use the word bye like fairly often. Okay, can I just like deal with this bat? Can you come down here, please? These bats are the most obnoxious thing in the entire world. And you cannot attack on a ladder, so you're like... You're in real trouble. Okay, cool. Please. Barbuda! Wow, that was close. That was very close. Honestly, Zeta, you could even ban the word just viewer without an S. Because that's another one where I'm like, is that a thing? Is anyone like, I'm such a great viewer? Look at me, what a great viewer. Because, like, I don't think people really think of things in terms of viewers, right? It's like community. Oh my gosh, wow. I mean, unless you're like a monetary, you know, you're someone fiscally motivated. I know, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with myself, Kwanzaa, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, okay. Mushrooms. Cool, we're good. You figured out what Barbuda means? Oh, wow. That's interesting. Oh, you meant the word ban. Yeah, we did. We banned it. You tried to save viewers. I mean, these rooms right here are the most suspicious things of all time. There has to be something to these rooms. There just has to be. Oh, the helmet's called Barbuda? It's the Barbuda helmet? Wait, is Barbuda a real word? Kwanzaa seems like he just knows it. Is that like where barbarian comes from? Or barbarism? I love words. I have never heard the word Barbuda. And that is very exciting. Sorry, give me a second. Style of helmet is a Barbuda. Wow. I keep thinking of Barbosa. In my head, I keep quoting Pirates of the Caribbean. Comes from barber, which is the Roman way of pretending to sound Nordic. Whoa. Piggy, are you a linguistics guy? I feel like I've heard you talk about linguistic stuff in the past. That's really cool. Or like etymology. I love fun facts like that. That's really cool. History in undergrad. Nice. Yeah, that is sick. Oh, it's Akshog! It's a large helmet for his egghead. What's the hoop, Akshog? Akshog, you already beat this, right? I think everyone's beat it except for me. I'm still kind of stumped. To be completely honest, even knowing a lot of stuff of what you can do on our routes, I've been dying a lot to stupid stuff. I straight up died to the title screen trap. I loved it. I actually died to it. Cito! Cito, are you pretty big on UFO 50? Are you pretty big on UFO 50? Cito, you should really play it with us. We've been really, I mean, I can't say we've been really enjoying it. Our goal is to play it like one game every week for 50 weeks, so almost a year. So I'm just going to play Barbuda this week, and then next week I'll play Bug Hunter or whatever. Barber's the Roman equivalent for how... Oh, okay. Makes sense, Piggy. Something about that cowbell out of context is really funny to me. Okay, can I phone a friend? Do we think candy is important? I don't know that candy's actually important. I feel like candy's only important if I'm going to shell out the money for a shovel. You know? Depends on the candy. Who doesn't like candy? Definitely depends on the candy. This is very true. Not all candy is created equal, let me tell you. I know I said this earlier, but the CRT sounds when you when you cross a room. Oh, that was Barbuda right there. Honestly, you know what? We should do a candy tier list for Halloween. Yes, we should do some thematic stuff. In the past, we've done some fun things for... Oh, gosh, right. I was not here because I wanted to get a wand. Our Whopper's still my favorites. Cito is out here with the middle school lore. Cito is out here with the middle school lore. No, honestly, in this day and age, I think Whoppers are pretty weak. I don't hate them, but I would call them like C tier. They're like totally average. Like... I wouldn't say that my day has really improved after eating a Whopper. That's my take. It's like, you know, it's like nice. You got a little crunch, but yeah, I would not say. I am not that impressed by a Whopper. Of course, we're talking Burger King. You know, speaking of Halloween and Burger King, I once had a green Whopper. They had like a spooky nightmare Whopper. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? This was like years ago. Okay, I've heard that I know that you can pray at this altar. The question is, do I need a high jump to pray? Everyone into high choose. Do I need a high jump to pray? I'm trying a lot of buttons here. I'm trying a lot of buttons. Seems like I gotta jump up it somehow. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Also, if I ever get a key, I know there's a key door. Yeah, yeah. Yes, yes, because of food coloring. Exactly, yes, yes. And it was actually, there was something about it. It was supposed to give people nightmares. Okay, just 2 buttons. Okay, good to know, Pogojo. I kind of figured that if it's trying to replicate the NES. Okay. Should have seen that coming. The black burger, wasn't that like an Asian thing? Like Chinese or Korean or something? Or maybe I'm thinking of like Squid Ink or something? Oh man, okay, Shagraz and Akshog, this is not like, I've already done this, right? So like, is it Radon to ask for the warp, the shortcut that we use to get to the wand? I honestly don't remember. The shortcut's the one. I mean, I know how to get there the old-fashioned way. I have the pin. I'm just wondering if there's a faster way. Honestly, squid ink's pretty good. Doesn't really taste too different. It's my signature top root. Oh, okay. Okay, so I guess I got the... oh, wow, that's actually really embarrassing. It's my signature top root. Wow, I forgot. Okay. There was a red Spider-Man burger? That's pretty intriguing. Okay, I clearly need a high jump, but I have no idea how to get it. I have no idea how to get it. Honestly, I don't even know how to go there. I'm about ready to bust out some graph paper and, like, start plotting things out. Alright, we got some slimes. Okay, up or down? I think it's down. I do believe it's down. Oh my gosh, bats. Freaking bats. Freaking bats. Alright, we're good, I think. Oh gosh, are we good? I don't know if we're good. Oh no. In a game with not obvious fake walls, would graph paper really help? Yeah, wouldn't it? For that exact reason? Right? If it's got you could, it's kind of like Metroid, right? Like, you know, you can make some implied guesses, like, based off of, like, certain layouts. That happens to me a lot when I play Metroid. I start bomb spamming just to, like, but only when it's very clear that, like, there's something in the room, you know? Okay, maybe what I should do is bring graph paper for a future stream. Oh my gosh, I thought I didn't make that. As I'm definitely not prepared to bust out graph paper. Okay, there's my signature right there. This game does not. That is true. We have seen some secret doors. We have seen some secret doors. That is true. Pick of the burger in Discord. I'm excited to see that later. It's a Spider-Man burger. There's no way that was American, right? That was like, that must have been a different market. Also, we haven't been in here in a while. That feels like a high jump, like a secret door. What does this guy want? Is this the junk seller? Keep an eye out for anything out of the norm. Okay, well. It is interesting that these are red blocks. It was American? It was a red American burger? Wait, am I crazy? Maybe I was supposed to go up that room? Okay, I don't remember how to warp to the wand, but... I know that's not accessible. That feels like another high jump. I've never been able to get there. We do love red meats. That is a very good point. Literally red meat. Literally red meat. Speaking of that, for the past, like, few months, just for fun, I've considered... Uh-oh. Oh, darn it. Okay. Maybe the candy's necessary. What is red bread? That's not a thing, is it? Red bread? Is that like a dessert? Like some Asian dessert bread? Or you're just saying the bun is red? You're saying the Whopper bun is red? The Spider-Man Whopper. Okay. We're going in here. Okay, I guess there's not much to do in here. Okay, I just kind of did a warp. Or not a warp, I did the opposite of a warp. I accomplished very little. You kind of wish this game had save states. Not to really abuse it, because, like, if I go on a deep run, I would hate to lose my progress, like, if I want to stop the game. But I guess I won't stop until I geo. Graph paper would be nice. Just to, like, even just to, like, think of things. Even just to, like, consider more things. Zeta, do you mean, like, metaphorically? Like how long, or do you mean, like, how long in this Barbuda stream? Stupid freaking bat! No. Okay, we're good. Smash it! This is called, this is a game called UFO 50. Where, it came out pretty recently. $25 for 50 games that are retro-inspired. And this is the first game that they ever made, quote-unquote. Because the theming here is that this is like a long-lost console. Oh my gosh. Oh, he is on me. Okay, we're good. Okay, wow, we're good. Holy cow, I almost got barbooted. It's essentially a very primitive Metroidvania, which honestly, like, even a very primitive and slow Metroidvania, it's pretty charming. Do you think you can just land on these spikes? I don't think I've ever actually tried touching a spike. It's a fun-looking room. Of course, Cabo would say that. Some bluff spikes. I don't know, dog. It could be some bluff spikes. It definitely could be. Okay, maybe not long, but you know what I mean. Like, in the year 2024, we're, like, playing this old retro game. So maybe the lore is, like, you know... Maybe I'm, Oh, gosh. I'm finally clearing the demi-spikes. Okay, there we go. Wand is down here. Actually, I have not popped any bubbles this entire playthrough. That's very annoying. That's very annoying. Look, Zeta, this game has some secrets, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. There are secrets abound. It's not likely they're bluff spikes, but, like, I would give it a 5% chance that they're bluff spikes. Like, straight up 1 out of 20. I would give it a 5% chance. Which, again, not very high, but, like, you know, enough that you'd think about it. Okay, right. I completely forgot about this red block. Can I get a wand before hopping down? Don't fully remember the sitch. I think I have to jump down. Which is kind of annoying. That was pretty scary. Okay. What was here? Sometimes the solution to your troubles lie elsewhere. Okay, I'm thinking that's a door. I'm thinking that's a secret door. Okay, it was not a secret door. But these blob rooms have had a lot of secrets to them. And didn't that look very suspicious? Didn't that look very suspicious? I don't know, Doug. I don't know. Maybe even, like, up here. Any other invisible walls or... Alright. Okay. Just very odd that, like, we went through all the trouble. Oh my gosh, I'm dead. Or am I? Am I safe here? Nope, I'm dead. Game over! All right. Barbuda, time to see if those are fake spikes. It's time to see. Nothing like a clean run. Nothing like a clean run. Okay, those are real spikes. Those are real spikes, but there's no guarantee that the rest... There's no guarantee that all the other spikes are real. We just gotta slowly saunter our way over. I mean, I just feel like it's such a weird spot. I mean, there's a lot of weird spots in this game, but... Any fake spikes? Okay, that one was real. This one was also real. Okay. I'm starting to think these might not be fake spikes. I'm starting to think these may in fact be real spikes. It's actually amazing how many lives you get. They did not cheap out on the spikes. No, they did not. No, they did not. Those were some real spikes right there. They seem to be real. Yep, they do seem to be real. Interesting stuff. Yeah, the text bar Buddha. Oh, right. I forgot about the text bar Buddha. Oh, that's my signature roots. Yes, that's my signature root. Okay, so we got to get the necklace. Okay, that's cool. Duh, how could I forget the crazy Barbuda warps? Good old Barbuda warps. I cannot believe that's a real word. I cannot believe Barbuda is a real word. I'm honestly pretty surprised. And I think, now that I'm thinking about it, the only thing that's unrealistic about UFO 50 is the 16:9 aspect ratio. I know it'd be worse for the game, but I would kind of be tickled if you could play it in 4:3. I know that practically speaking, 16:9 is way better, but there'd be a charm to 4:3, I think. Now, are those spikes real? I'm not gonna check. They seem real to me. Okay. Let's get this chest. We are protected from the drips. The drips no longer impact us. I do believe that's a treasure chest up there. We can also get the necklace. So let's get to it. Ooh, okay. I'm glad you can swing your sword while you're falling. CRT filters. I bet someone will mod that. I bet that's a slam dunk mod. Don't you guys think? You know what's funny? I actually have not... Oh my gosh. I have not been going to this... I was just thinking of this ladder room. Because you really need the umbrella... You really need the umbrella for that. And I don't actually remember too much about what's necessary there. That was a pretty scary jump. But yeah, my point though is if the game itself doesn't provide it, I bet that's an easy mod, CRT filters. That would be really fun. I mean, again, considering how much I've been enjoying just this one lousy little Metroidvania, I have a feeling UFO 50 is kind of the real deal. All right. Sweet. Let's try climbing that ladder. Oh, we should get that money too. Money really matters. It'll be funny to find out a route that doesn't use it at all. Do you know what year Mooncat came out in, Pocojo? Obviously the fictional year. Do you know what year Mooncat came out in? Because we're going to be stuck in the 80s for a while. Okay, we went here. Maybe the whole game's in the 80s, though. So maybe I meant more like 83. Alright, yeah, not dealing with that. Second row. Okay, that's sick. That's sick. That's all I really needed. So interesting. Have I ever... Wait, have I ever... Oh, I don't even have the pin right now. Have I ever popped those bubbles? I don't think I personally have, but... Oh, it's just another route. Basically, both of these routes just need an item. Wait, have I ever jumped here? Okay, I need more pins. No internet would be hard. I think the, do you guys think the world was better off without the internet? I don't know. I mean, obviously I'm biased because, like, I get to talk to you guys on the internet. But, like, just, like, societally speaking. You know, I think it's less the internet... Oh, my gosh. But old man Demi with his smartphones, you know? I think smartphones are probably worse. Actually, undeniably they're worse. The internet the internet on itself is not so bad. Oh my gosh, the Demi pits. The Demi pits. Those gosh darn Demi pits. Okay. Ooh. I feel like I'm supposed to jump off this ledge. Oh, you know, I realized this room is not even on the map, is it? Maybe we'll zombies, yes. And you know what's sad is that I'm like a part of it, you know, like I'm smart enough to know it's a problem, but like I oftentimes find myself just like having some bad habits, you know. Okay, we're not gonna hit Barbuda. Cool. I love that you got a death right there. It's so funny. That's like some Mario 2 design. You know, I've actually never played Mario 2. It'd be fun to try those lost levels at some point. Okay, so there's not really prayers. Prayers aren't really a thing until I get like a better jump. Yikes. Cool. Oh, I don't think that was right. I think I was supposed to go to the other side. I'm really hyped to make this kind of like a book club, though. Just like every week, a new UFO 50. That's gonna be... that'll be fun. If anyone else in our community wants to, like, hype that up. A little, playing one, one UFO game a week. 50 weeks is a long time, and you guys saw that I kind of bailed on Persona 3. So it's not a commitment for the faint of heart, but okay, let's get that pin. But having the dog club behind me though, or having like a phase like that will do wonders for my motivation. I have not postponed DS games, FYI. I have not. Tomorrow I'm playing Golden Sun, even though I don't want to. Even though I think the game is very boring. I'm gonna be super honest with you. I know someone donated for the game, but I'm gonna be super real with you. If tomorrow the game does not excite me, I'm gonna drop it. I'm going back to Fossil Fighters. Life is too short. Because you guys know that I said this. You guys know that I said I would give every game at least 15 minutes. I feel like I've given Golden Sun 15 hours. Full stop. Life is too short. Life is too short. I legit feel like I've given it 15 hours. Look at that. Haste is making fun of me too. I can play other games that aren't DS games, you guys, just because I'm, you know, just because I've been talking the big talk. Oh, yeah. We have not done the title screen shenanigans either. That's a shop. That's candy. Okay, Pig Knight, hearing you say that Golden Sun DS is infamously mid, that is exactly how I feel. And I feel vindicated. I feel vindicated. Life is too short to play every little generic JRPG that comes your way. Not that it's generic. I'm sure there are... I will say, to its credit, the Jin battle system was kind of interesting. I am just so bored. I'm honestly just so bored. You're just kidding. I have pets. I'm just so bored with it. And oh my gosh, that game has so much exposition. Which is funny, because like, I would rather a game care about a story than not care about a story, but like, oh my gosh, it's the biggest, like, I swear to you, you have 5 minutes, like actual 5 minutes. Like 5 minutes doesn't sound like a lot, but when you stop to think about how long 5 minutes really is, like 1, 2, 3, you know what I mean? I swear to you, it's 5 minutes of dialogue about a kid stuck in a tree. Like, oh my gosh. What is this garbage? Oh my gosh. Okay, well. Slower and longer. And you know what? I liked the first Golden Sun, because I don't think the first Golden Sun was trying to pretend that it was more than it wasn't. And I thought the graphics were really good. I loved the graphics in Golden Sun, the GBA one. I found them very impressive. And contrarily, I find the DS Golden Sun graphics like ugly as sin. So that's definitely part of it. I will be honest. That is definitely part of it. You know, I've been wanting to play the Xeno games. Xenosaga is like Cosmos, though, right? Look at that Barbuda. Look at that Barbuda. Custom robot in the Xeno games have save points during exposition. That is absolutely crazy. I still can't believe I found this top path. But it just kind of feels like you're mashing, right? You're hanging around and you're like, there's got to be something to this. All right, we got the wand now, gang. Check this out. I'm gonna swap my sword for a fire wand, and now my combat prowess has significantly improved. Save points during exposition. During exposition is crazy. The only game I could think of that's like that is like Persona 4, for a very famous moment that I won't talk about if people don't know what I'm talking about. Honestly, probably one of the meanest moments in Persona history, which is funny considering that's a series that like can spam instant death moves on you. Also hates it. Hated the dumb anime nothing plot. I feel like I would agree. That being said, I feel conditioned for Custom Robo because I played the multiplayer a lot as a kid and I loved it. And I thought the music was cool too. So as a kid, I have like you know, there's a little something to it that I would be down to power through. But yeah, dumb anime nothing plot. I'm the same as Sarzak then. I'm the exact same. I used to be all about JRPGs. I used to be all about them, and now, I don't know. Well, actually, the last third of the game that appears in the first third of the game. I actually don't even know what you're talking about. It's a teddy lock? Is this P4? Is it must be a different teddy bear? Oh my gosh, it's another Barbuda. Okay, I'm just gonna keep mashing up. Gotcha Force is mid, is that right? Gotcha Force is expensive. You know, it's a rare one, so. Pancetta. Oh, here we go. Gotcha Force is on the GameCube, right? That's a GameCube game, right? I think I either own it or I was close to owning it. I know it's an expensive one. Pig Knight, I want to hear you pop off. What makes Gotcha Force so sick? I want to hear you pop off. The wraps around are amazing. I can understand that. I feel like Symphony of the Night is kind of that. Although Alucard is actually just like a pretty good voice. I like Alucard. Other with Cubivore. Now, Cubivore I do own. I do own Cubivore. straight up, if someone did a show and tell, I could show you Cubivore. I don't think I have Gotcha Force. I don't think I have Gotcha Force, but I definitely have Cubivore. Honestly, I feel like every suspicious little thing. $800 disc only. Okay, well that explains why I don't own it. Now, Cubivore was not so bad. I want to say I got Cubivore for $150 back in the day. So not, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? That's annoying. Is there anything more to the sewers? I feel like it's oh my gosh, how did I die? How did I die there? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Smadget. I've been a bad boy. I'm sorry. I did forget about that. Someone want to remind me, DM me or something. I will make that an actual channel point redeem. I'm so sorry. That I plumb forgot about it. And I actually enjoyed that game. I find that game to be very annoying. RPG Haste, they would normally, but if you look at my inventory, I've got an umbrella. The umbrella protects me. So you are right. You've got good instincts. It should kill me. But yeah, real talk. I'm gonna give Golden Sun one more chance tomorrow. I'm gonna give it a good, honest chance. Because again, someone did donate, and that's what makes me feel awkward. But honestly, I've given it plenty of time, in my opinion. I've given it. I don't know that I can be beholden. If someone's like, here's $25 to play, I don't know, freaking Desert Driver or whatever, like, you know, I don't know. Okay. Is there anything... I wonder if climbing this matters. That's kind of an interesting thought. I wonder if climbing this matters. I mean, left is certainly interesting. Like... And I kind of wonder if, like, maybe if I pop the bubbles in a certain way, if there's an invisible wall. I'm really banking on these invisible walls lately, but... Those are real spikes, by the way. Those are not fake spikes. Desert Bus! Yes, that's what I meant. Yes, Desert Bus. That is what I meant. That is what I meant. Well, see, Pig Knight, my thing's a little different. Oh, right, but I can't jump. Oh, I can't jump. Oh, how do I do that, then? I was thinking of, like, trying to climb up the bubbles. I guess that actually makes me even more suspicious that this room is set up in this way. That I can't jump. There must be, like, a program or an item that makes you invincible to spikes or something. That's so interesting. We've seen a lot of times where spikes are relevant. I mean, you certainly can't climb up this. Weird. Oh, well. Oh, well. Oh, we can always just drop down here. I don't think so, Sharkross, because you can't, like, jump off of it, you know? You can't, like, jump off of stairs, you know? Maybe you could fall downstairs. Yeah, I don't know. I'll think about that a little bit. I mean... Also, what was up here? What was up here? I don't even remember the deal with that. Try to get next to the skull block. I mean, I'm down for some little hints from our book club. I'm not opposed, but notoriously hard first quarter. Is SMT4 3DS? Notoriously hard first quarter. Oh, jump attack. Oh. Okay. Alright, well, no secret sitch. I do feel like there's something to this room, but, jump forward? You want to jump into spikes? What the heck are you talking about? You're trying to kill me. This man's trying to kill me. Alright. To be fair, DS and 3DS are pretty simple. Jump forward from the bubble you popped. Yeah, Strange Journey is DS. To be fair, I would like to play the 3DS version of that because I have... because I have played the DS. That was my first real SMT game. Oh, you meant like a secret wall or something? That's not a bad idea, but no. I do like that idea though, Shugros. Yeah. Good thought. Good thought. Very clever. No, good thought. Yeah, I would like to play the 3DS Strange Journey, unless there's a reason that the game would be considered worse. I hear the endings changed. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I got an order ending when I played it, and I felt like humanity was screwed. I felt responsible for screwing humanity, so... Oh, I just died. Okay, I guess I didn't. I guess I never got the skull money. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Humanity screwed. That was how I felt with the order ending, for sure. But now they're a little better. They're a little better than that. That's kind of cool. Because I kind of like it when you can just make any choice you want, you know? Like, I kind of hate it when a game is like, you can be evil, but really you should be neutral, you know? It's like, let me be evil. I'm down to be evil. Give me Sonic Adventure 2, you guys. Come on. Great game. To any dogs watching, I vouch very hard for Sonic Adventure 2. Despite a lot of pushback. Okay, oh my gosh. Okay, we're not gonna deal with that. Cool. Another good reason for a wand. I am very curious... Oh, okay. I am very curious if the candy really matters. I mean, you're not wrong, Haste, but in practice it ends up turning into this, like, survival of the fittest world, which, like... I mean, I guess, like... I feel like there's a strong morality there, but maybe that's just the framework of the society that I live in, you know? Humanity has to rebuild in a burned out world, but hey, you punched the devil. Wow. I've kind of been intrigued by SMT1. How funny that it's only had like an official iOS release in the US. Oh gosh. Okay, I don't think this is anything, but Zed, is Infamous your favorite game? That's the electric PS4 game, right? Or PS3, maybe? Wow, you only have one jump in midair. Okay, is Rogue Trader the Star Wars game? I wonder if you can actually... Okay, can I get a lifeline? Actually, if you're watching, can you actually hit that with your wand? I don't think you can, but... I just feel like that's the only range attack we really have. Is that the one Donkey played recently? If you can, you never hooped it. Okay, that's good to know. I'm pretty close to my last life. Oh, Haste, if you have any thoughts, you can certainly share them. I mean, I know it's probably hard to follow what's going on, but again, this feels like another high jump scenario. Whew. Okay, what have I not done? I guess I could get candy. There might be more to the top area. There might be more to the top area. Oh gosh. Wow. That's crazy. I don't understand that hit animation at all. And there's also a key here. Man, I really need a high jump. I just feel like everything in the game's leading up to it. And I don't think I can pray at the bat statue without it. I mean, this just feels like such a freaking... You need a key, right? I guess I could try without a key, but... This is my last life. Am I really going to try without a key? No, I haven't prayed. Don't you need a high jump for that? You don't need a high jump? I felt like I was in that screen for a long time. Just pray? It's like this way, right? Should I just pause? Should I just stay completely still? Ah! What?! Okay, then. Is that my high jump that I've always wanted? That is so early, Ness. This is not even a high jump? What is this freaking bat orb? I don't even understand what it could do. It helps against the phantom. It helps against the phantom. Well, I'm on my last life, so I guess if there's ever a time to fight against the phantom, can we just farm him? I mean, to be fair, the game does tell you about praying, but it's like, yeah, there's like no action for it at all. That's the funniest thing. I'm gonna die to this mushroom. You think the Phantom is bad? That was a mistake. That was a big mistake. Oh my gosh. Why do these take so many hits? We're praying to Bat Poppy. That almost got me. Maybe the blue egg really matters. But I don't know that I have enough money to get to the blue egg. I have basically all the cash that I know about. All this Barbuda stuff too. It's just a normal egg? Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. Okay. I mean, I guess I could go back, blow up the wall. I don't remember there being anything else. Maybe that's the key. Maybe this bat orb is the key? But that doesn't really help against the Phantom. See, that's kind of what I was thinking, Pig Dark. Maybe now you can kill it. Maybe now you can kill him. But, you can't... Well, the thing is, this is a funny quirk about this game. A funny quirk about this game is that you don't see hit damage, so it's... I don't actually know if I'm damaging this stupid thing. I don't actually know. Okay, I gotta really think about how this works. I'm probably just gonna die here. Oh, yep, I'm dead. Okay. Cool. I don't know if I want to do another run. I think I might need some graph paper. Maybe I'll try again on like Friday or Saturday or something. I do want to try and beat this before the week is up. That's a fun goal. But okay, we did learn how to pray. So we did get some. That's basically the only new info that I got is learning how to pray. That's pretty much it. I have to really think about some graph paper. So funny. Anyway, good night to all of you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed Greatest Attorney. Really, really loving the game. Tomorrow, again, I'm giving Golden Sun one last day. And I swear to you, if I don't fall, I don't have to fall in love with it. I'm giving you my word right now. I don't have to fall in love with it. There's just has to be something that intrigues me. And if nothing happens, I'm dropping it like it's hot. And maybe Friday we'll play this again, so. Anyway, good night, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Always great to see you. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. Happy Wednesday. And yeah, see you tomorrow. What's the general dummy operation?